Good morning. Welcome to the 2017 Convocation that kicks off the fall semester at Oklahoma City Community College. Thank you all for being here today. I think you'll enjoy the program, and we'll begin the program today with a greeting from the Chair of the Board of Regents of Oklahoma City Community College, Chair Rick Moore.
Well, good morning and welcome everyone this morning. My wife, when I usually talk, always does the same thing, and that is write something down so you stick to your comments and don't get off track and spend an hour ranting. So I wrote these down, and so anybody who knows my wife, please tell her I did what she told me this morning. On behalf of the Oklahoma City Community College Board of Regents, I want to thank all of you for being here and joining us this morning. As usual, when I come to this event, I see faces that I recognize. I see new faces. It's always a pleasure to welcome both new and old back. It's good to see all of you. Before I start, I want to introduce someone who's very special. She has a very special place at this college and also with all of us, and that is First Lady Miss Tammy Steward. I'd also like to recognize some of the other members of the Board of Regents who are here today. Regent Dr. Christy Bergen. Regent David Eccles and his guest, Ms. Joyce Malden. Regent Jim White. And Regent Deborah Youngblood. There's also several members that are former members of the Board of Regents here at the college, and I think I've got them all. I want to recognize them if you wouldn't mind standing, please. Former Regent Tom Hoskison. Former Regent Jack Turner. And a very good friend of mine, former Regent Mike Voorhees. You know, this is always an exciting time when you begin the new academic year. I encourage all of you to remember all of the accomplishments that our students have achieved, that our faculty has achieved, and our staff. They're the best in the world. The faculty and staff and the students at this college are incredible. They're awesome. And we thank them for all that they do. And I challenge all of you to continue leading this institution in its dynamic role we have here within the state and our higher education system and our community itself. I want to close this just by saying that we as the Board of Regents are very pleased with the direction that the administration here is going. We support them 100%. We want to thank them for their hard work. And I want to thank all of you for your hard work and dedication to our students here at OCCC, because after all, that's what we're here for. That's what it's all about, and that is the students at OCCC. So again, the board and I welcome you back, and we look forward to a wonderful year. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Danny Henderson, the Vice President for Human Resources, and it is an honor to join each of you here, regardless of your affiliation with OCCC, as we all start a brand new year of academic excellence together. Before we formally acknowledge our faculty and staff for their longevity, I do want to take a moment to mention a special group of people, some of our retirees who have returned to be with us this morning. As I call your name, if you're here, if you would, just please stand, and I'd ask all of you to hold your applause until we get them all announced. We want to welcome back Ms. Pat Berryhill, Mr. John Brumfield, Ms. Janine Jones, Ms. Anita Jones, Mr. Jack Crately, Dr. Mary McCoy, Mr. Darrell Pearman, Dr. Nora Pugh-Seamster, and Mr. Al Taylor and his wife, Jackie. Thanks a lot for coming this morning. Next, we want to take just a moment to take the time to introduce the newest members of the faculty and staff here at OCCC. You were able to see them already on the monitor with the slideshow as you came into the facility. But I do want to now ask all of you who have joined the team here at OCCC between August 1st of 2016 and July 31st of 2017. If you would, please join me in standing and be welcomed by the OCCC family. Please stand. Obviously, any time spent in serving the public is worthy to be mentioned and honored. Here at OCCC, we especially consider it important to publicly recognize those who have achieved notable years of service as an invaluable member of the OCCC family. And so here at OCCC, it's been tradition that in the increments of 5, as far as the years of service, we take a moment to publicly recognize those individuals. The first group we want to note and mention are all of those who have reached the milestone of 5 years of service at OCCC. If you fall in that category, if you would, right now, please stand where you are so we can honor you for 5 years of dedicated service to OCCC. Next, we wish to acknowledge those who have given a decade's worth, 10 years, of service to OCCC, to please stand to be recognized. 10 years of service. Finally, for those of the OCCC community who have served for 15 years on this campus, please rise to be honored. For the next phase of service recognition on an individual basis, I'd like to again invite Board Chair Rick Moore and President Steward, along with Human Resources Representative Ms. Kristen Wickham, to join me up front to honor this year's honorees. The first group we want to honor are those with 20 years of dedicated service to OCCC. Well, all those employees who will be recognized on an individual basis, please join us here on this side of the stadium, my right side, your left side, in order for us to then ask you to come up on the stage. So if you're here to be recognized for 20 years service, please go ahead and make your way on up to the front. Unfortunately, there are about 3 of our colleagues and teammates who are unable to be with us this morning, and I'll note that accordingly as we call their names. Okay. First of all, from the Oklahoma Alliance for Manufacturing Excellence, Mr. Bob Carter. Come on. Here, right over here. Unable to attend this morning, from Student Financial Aid Support Services, Ms. Leanne Drury. Let's go ahead and recognize her. Next, from the Division of Arts, English, and Humanities, Mr. Michael Franco. From Testing and Assessment, Ms. Diana Hulseberg. Unable to attend this morning, from Campus Services, Mr. Charlie Netherland, Jr. From the Division of Science, Engineering, and Mathematics, Mr. Chris Orline. Unable to attend this morning, from Cultural Programs, Mr. Scott Tigert. From Enrollment and Student Services, Ms. Kim Valeka. From the Division of Business and Information Technology, Mr. Vijay Vijayan. And our final honoree for 20 years of dedicated service from the Division of Science, Engineering, and Mathematics, Ms. Cheryl Wolf. The next level of recognition is for a member who has been a part of the OCCC community for 25 years. There is only one honoree for this year from the Division of Science, Engineering, and Mathematics. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Jay Malmstrom. Our next group of honorees are those with 30 years of service, 3 decades. Please join me. One of them is unable to attend, but let's go ahead and recognize and congratulate from the Center of Learning and Teaching, Ms. Glenda Prince. And with 30 years of dedicated service from the Division of Arts, English, and Humanities, Ms. Linda Robinette. The next level of service deserving of public recognition are those with 35 years of service. From Material Control, Mr. Steve Duncan. And also with 35 years of dedicated service from the Division of Business and Information Technology, Ms. Lisa Mason Atkins. And now it's my privilege to turn over the podium to President Steward, who will announce the next honoree. President Steward, sir.
It is indeed my pleasure to recognize the sole recipient of recognition for 45 years of service. And if you do the math, you'll know that that's since the doors opened. Professor Ray McCullough, will you please come forward? I wanted to make some special comments, not just because Ray is a longtime, very, very close personal friend of mine, but because of what he has meant to Oklahoma City Community College. Professor McCullough, if you don't mind, I'm going to call you Ray.
Actually,
He never pays attention to me, I promise you. So, Ray is the only original employee of the college from the day the doors opened until this day, and what an accomplishment that is. But there are two more things that I want to say about him. First, he has, even even with his years of experience and his expertise in both his subject matter and teaching students, Ray has continually updated his skills and embraced a few years ago collaborative learning. It would have been so much easier for him to continue the lecture style that he had used for some time, like most of us have, but he has embraced the new methodology and the new ways that students learn like a new faculty member, and that is truly remarkable for someone of his age and experience. I think I just violated Title IX. So, your experience. The other thing, Ray and I both, as I say, we're friends, and back before both of us married, we would go out to dinner a lot and do some other things together, and I can, like go to the fair, that kind of stuff. I've been in restaurants with Ray many times, and it is not at all unusual for someone who's either a customer at the restaurant or just leaving, or the owner will come over to the table and say, "Aren't you Ray McCullough? I had you in history class. You were the best teacher I ever had. I learned so much in your class." And another comment that I think all of us that know Ray can understand is that you made learning fun. And if you know Ray, you know that's him. So Ray, today, both as your friend and your president, I want to say to you, congratulations and thank you for your years of service to the college and to our students. Thank you so much. And if you know Ray, you know I have no idea what he's about to say.
Well, for one thing, no one else would hire me. Thank you, and I mean each of you, for all of your kindnesses over these many years. And truly, all the credit really belongs to each of you. And so, since I'm already standing, it will be easy for me to give you the ovation that you deserve. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks, Ray.
Regent, Dr. Moore, nice to meet you.
Can I say a few words about Ray?
Sure.
I just want to add a couple of personal comments about Ray McCullough. When I was teaching here, he came to me one day and he said, "There's a program you might be interested in if you would like to pursue this. It is studying the civil rights movement in the Mississippi Delta. You would go to Jackson State University if you're selected." And so I said, "Well, that sounds interesting." And so I applied with Ray McCullough's recommendation, and I was selected by the National Endowment for the Humanities to go do that. So I studied at both Jackson State and at Rhodes College, the civil rights movement in Mississippi, and spent an amount of time there that was a life-changing experience for me. And that was due to Ray McCullough. And the other thing I want to comment for is when I defended my dissertation proposal for my doctorate, the first recognition I got was Ray McCullough sent me a doctor's bag. And it had little candy in it and stethoscope, and it was an awesome thing done by a guy, Ray McCullough. Ray, thank you. You're a wonderful guy.
I'll tell you now, I was worried about what he might say. Thank you, Ray. Thanks again for your service to our students. It's now my pleasure to bestow the Employee of the Year awards. Before I do that, I want to say a special welcome to one of our retirees. Al Taylor is sitting back in the back, but Al Taylor was the first Vice President for Administrative Affairs at the college, and Al, you've helped make this college the place that it is, so thank you so much for your service. Each year, we receive nominations of individuals who deserve recognition as exemplary members of the OCCC faculty and staff. The nominations are made by fellow employees and are reviewed by a committee of former Employee of the Year Awards recipients. They forward the recommendation of who should be recognized. This year's recipients are among the very best of our employees. The Classified Non-Exempt Employee of the Year Award is being presented to a dedicated employee who continually demonstrates excellence in the performing of his job responsibilities. He is an outstanding professional and colleague whose willingness to assist his coworkers and the students is second to none. He started as a security officer with the OCCC Campus Safety and Security Department during the evening shift. He worked hard, whether it was providing motorist assistance, responding to a medical emergency, or patrolling the campus. He used his training as a paramedic to encourage the department to purchase everything from first aid kits, trauma response equipment, and other medical supplies for campus medical emergencies. By 2008, his dependability, attitude, and work ethic was recognized by a promotion to the rank of third shift sergeant. As the campus police department grew, the number of security officers decreased until the last remaining security officer was this employee. While it may have felt awkward to be the last person in a uniquely different uniform from the rest of the officers in the department, he continued to serve in the OCCC Campus Police Department. He trained with the police officers over the years, and if there is something that needed improvement, he worked on it until he got it right. In 2017, he not only agreed to attend the Council on Law Enforcement Education and Training Academy, he promised to give it everything he had. He was true to his word. He gave it everything he had and did not quit. He endured a broken thumb in defensive tactics training as well as other injuries, but he completed the training. His academy graduation was a time for great celebration. I attended the ceremony along with several of his former trainees and fellow officers. There was a great sense of pride for his accomplishment, but it only grew during the ceremony's closing speech. The speech was written and delivered by one of his classmates who specifically credited him as a daily inspiration to the other cadets due to his persistence and attitude. He has been with the campus police department longer than anyone else. He has seen it grow and evolve, and he has grown and evolved with it. The work he performed on third shift for 8 years often went unnoticed due to the nature of the hours worked. However, he still managed to befriend many people in the OCCC community in the short overlap between his shift and the beginning of everyone else's workday. 11 years have passed since he joined Oklahoma City Community College. He currently serves as a campus police officer assigned to the day shift patrol. Please join me in recognizing the 2017 Non-Exempt Employee of the Year, Officer David Shriver. Congratulations, David.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Can we get a picture of you? The recipient of the Professional or Exempt Employee of the Year Award is an individual who has been described as the consummate student-centered employee. This person brings a level of professionalism to the work site that incorporates best practices and a strong rapport with peers and students. She is knowledgeable and dependable. She obtains copyright permissions for countless articles and book chapters. She works tirelessly to ensure the students and faculty have access to the most current scholarly work. She quickly responds to requests from both students and faculty and strives to offer the best customer service, always with a positive attitude. She meets with many students one-on-one, spending any amount of time it takes to assist them in locating high-quality sources. The students report to faculty that she is accessible, knowledgeable, and caring. Additionally, she has taken time to create videos for students that explain how to find research articles, something especially helpful to online students. She has affected many students' lives for the better, and she has provided them with the confidence and skills necessary to achieve their academic goals. 16 years have passed since she joined Oklahoma City Community College. She currently serves as the system librarian, and she is the person that helps me find my audiobooks. Please join me in recognizing the 2017 Professional or Exempt Employee of the Year, Ms. Dana Tooley Williams. The next award is the Faculty Employee of the Year, always a tough decision. The Faculty Employee of the Year award is being presented to an individual who is deeply committed to student success, both in and out of the classroom. This professor is respected by students and is always willing to help students with assignments, projects, and with questions they may have. Students are more than willing to meet with her because of her positivity, helpfulness, and jovial character. Fellow colleagues view this individual as an important influence on campus and a strong fighter for all OCCC students. She consistently exhibits a tireless devotion to her students, her division, and her peers. This professor is actually actively engaged off campus and strongly encourages her students to be servant leaders in the community. She believes learning from others through service learning opportunities is essential to becoming a better individual. You might happen to catch her on the radio hosting various community leaders and guests on Saturday mornings and Sunday evenings on KTOK. 29 years have passed since she joined Oklahoma City Community College. She currently serves as Professor of Mass Media Communication. Please join me in recognizing the 2017 Faculty Employee of the Year Award recipient, Professor Gwen Falconer Lippert. Congratulations.
You don't think a radio person would miss an opportunity to crack a mic. This is an incredible honor, and thank you all very much. I ran across a statement that teaching is the greatest form of optimism because you never know what your impact will be or has been because it comes so much later. And for all of you that are incredible teachers, which I think everybody at this college truly is, because of how you interface with our students, thank you for being part of the greatest place in the world. Thank you so much.
I mentioned what I heard from others about Ray McCullough strangers that would come up and talk to him about what a great professor he was. And I can tell you that I've heard that about lots of professors at OCCC, but none more than Gwen Falconer Lippert. So Gwen, thank you for everything you've done for our students over the years. The Elvin Gray Award was created in 1991 in honor of one of the college's most dedicated and inspiring employees. Elvin Gray always, no matter what the circumstances, went above and beyond to serve others. This award is given to honor an employee who exhibits the unique characteristics of Elvin Gray. This year's recipient possesses a devotion to the college that is admirable, and her work ethic and positive demeanor serve as an inspiration for all of us. She consistently goes above and beyond through her willingness to ensure her responsibilities are always met. Okay. Sorry. It was Freudian, I think. She consistently works long hours and weekends and even during holiday breaks to make sure she submits her work in a timely manner. Every day, she eagerly accepts opportunities to contribute to the success of the college by assisting her peers in every way possible. She epitomizes the friendly disposition and spirit of Elvin Gray. She is often praised for her kindness, patience, and positive attitude. She is dependable, efficient, and unfailingly devoted to OCCC. Her ability to calm situations, ease tensions, and empower individuals to be their best makes OCCC a better place for everyone, students, staff, and faculty. She joined Oklahoma City Community College in 2008. She currently serves as the payroll coordinator in the finance department. Please join me in recognizing the 2017 Elvin Gray Award recipient, Ms. Lori Johnson. The Robert P. Todd Leadership Award was created in 2006 in honor of the college's 8th president, Dr. Robert P. Todd, who not only valued leadership but committed his life to making a difference in the lives of students through his personal leadership. The Robert P. Todd Leadership Award recognizes an OCCC employee who has demonstrated outstanding leadership in his or her work. Such leadership reflects excellent work, respect for others, integrity, loyalty, sensitivity to diversity, and a commitment to the mission and vision of the college. The recipient of this award exemplifies a leadership style that truly meets the spirit of the award. She exhibits a high level of honesty and integrity and is respected by others within and outside her field. She is a leader who empowers others, motivates them to reach their highest potential, and assists others with her understanding of the operations of OCCC. This employee has a high commitment to success and dedication to the college. She approaches business honestly and openly and operates ethically. She always thinks about what she can do to help students and coworkers. Her sound advice is founded in her knowledge of the operations of OCCC. She began her career as coordinator of student learning and student life in 2010 and advanced to assistant director of academic advising and served as the associate registrar. She was director of graduation, employment, and transfer services and is currently the registrar for for OCCC. Please join me in recognizing the 2017 Robert P. Todd Leadership Award recipient, Miss Jill Hiblin. I think we're now ready for it. Would you please welcome to the podium Mr. Randy Cassimus.
Morning, everyone. Nice to see all the smiling faces gathered back together as OCCC family. Congrats again to all the award winners. Jill Hiblin, you go, girl. Well deserved, well deserved. You know, each of us hold our own thoughts about what OCCC means to us personally. What are yours? Opportunity, family, community, empowerment? And we probably all have our own thoughts about what the future holds for OCCC as well. What are yours? Please enjoy this brief video.
What does OCCC mean to you?
What OCCC means to me is an opportunity for students across our state, whatever their background, whatever they come from, to have an opportunity to improve their life.
OCCC means empowerment to me. When I was a student here, there were faculty members and staff and advisors and mentors who poured positivity into my life and made me believe that I could achieve my dreams and my goals, and now I want to do the same for students.
My job is like family, it's all together.
And I think it's a positive place to work and a very positive place to go to school.
What OCCC means to me is a chance every semester to meet a new group of people that are, by and large, delightful, absolutely delightful.
OCCC has meant everything to me in my life. It's really turned my life around, and hopefully it'll do the same for thousands and thousands of students.
I have a lot of fond memories of when I went here as a student, had good times, good education. It gave me a good start to my future. And so I came back to work here as a way of giving back.
When the opportunity came along to work in this brand new visual performing arts facility, which is a big part of my life of being a theater person, I was really excited about the opportunity to come down here and work here. And I've been here for 3 years now as an employee.
OCCC is a place where people can come and learn and grow and gain the tools they need to change their lives.
To me, OCCC is a family and a community. We're a family of employees, and we work with the community, which is our students, to help them be successful and have a great future.
What do you think about OCCC's future?
OCCC has always been a place of hope for the tens of thousands of students who come to OCCC in the past. And it will be a place of hope forever for the thousands that will come in the future. It's been a place of hope for recent high school graduates. It's been a place of hope for workers coming back for retraining, for first-generation students, for the economically disadvantaged. And what's important to remember, that Oklahoma City Community College is oftentimes the only hope that these students have. And if OCCC were not here, there would be tens of thousands of people that would have no hope for a better future.
So what do you think about OCCC's future?
I'm glad you asked that. I'll tell you about it right now. Good morning. It's great to be with you again today. You know, it is often said, where there is no vision, the people will perish. And so today I would like to talk with you about a vision for tomorrow for OCCC. But before I do that, let's visit about the past and the present. There are many people who believe that the funding crisis that we've been in the last few years is a result of falling oil and gas prices. And that certainly has played a part. But the reality is that public support for higher education has been dwindling for at least a decade and a half. The state allocation to Oklahoma City Community College this year is the lowest since fiscal year 2006. The state legislative appropriation to the state regents this year is the lowest since 2001. And so, if those numbers are not adjusted for inflation, if we adjusted those numbers for inflation, we are operating on late 1990s funding. What we are being expected to do is to provide a 21st century education with 20th century funding. Well, to accomplish that, we need a 21st century vision. I want to share with you my vision for tomorrow for OCCC. I envision a college that meets the needs of its students, both academically and non-academically. I envision a college where staff and faculty feel valued and enjoy coming to work each day. I envision a college that can adequately fund its existing programs and create new programs as the workforce demands. I envision a college that has new and expanded buildings for new and expanded programs. And perhaps most importantly, I envision a college that continues to be the creative, innovative, progressive institution that we've always been. I envision a college that continues to be the flagship community college in Oklahoma. And I envision a college that is known nationally as one of the best colleges in the country. What will it take to realize that vision? Fundamentally, we have to grow. We have to grow our enrollment. We have to increase the numbers of recent high school graduates, of concurrently enrolled students, of online students, of adults coming back for retraining. We have to create new enrollment through new programs like our new this semester anesthesiology technician program. We all know that the Hispanic population is growing rapidly in the Oklahoma City area. And this coming Friday, just a few days away, we are going to dedicate the beautiful new Oklahoma City Community College Capitol Hill Center. That center, yes. Please come to the dedication ceremony if you can. And Aslan Burrows, thank you and your committee for the fine work you've done in planning that event. But this center will help us a great deal in creating additional Hispanic enrollment. If OCCC becomes designated by the U.S. Department of Education as a Hispanic serving institution, we will be able to apply for and possibly receive millions of dollars in federal aid because of that designation. So we have to do that. There are over 7, in addition to the population of the United States, there are about 7 billion people on earth. 7 billion. If we can just get 100 of them out of 7 billion to come to OCCC as full-time students, that will create additional revenue in excess of $900,000 a year. Imagine multiplying that number. And for that additional revenue of $900,000, we don't have to pave another parking lot, we don't have to build another building, we don't have to buy another chair, and so on. So that is something that we must pursue. And those of you who've been at the college a while know this. Having international students on our campus enriches the entire fabric of our campus. Well, perhaps the most important thing we can do to increase enrollment is to keep the students we have. We need to do everything we can to keep the students we have in school until they graduate with a degree or a certificate. That is the right thing to do educationally, but it also has a beneficial financial impact on the institution. I'd like to give you an example of how important enrollment is to the institution. This past May 1st, 2017, just a few months ago, we were down from the same period last year 16.3% in enrollment. 16.3%. It was a situation that required dramatic action, and dramatic action was taken. We are now, as of yesterday, research and planning says we are now slightly up for the year. We have gone from 16.3% down on May 1st to slightly an increase in enrollment over last year, as of yesterday. How has that happened? Well, first of all, just yesterday, the chief financial officer told me that the difference between a 16.3% reduction in enrollment and the slight increase that we now have, the difference in revenue is $673,000. So you can see that enrollment and boosting enrollment is absolutely critical to our financial health. How did we do that in just a matter of a few months? The way we did it is the incredibly hardworking and talented employees in enrollment and student services. They were the major part in performing a Herculean task. It seemed almost impossible at the beginning. But they had some help. We had a group of faculty who were willing to come in and help the college at this very critical time, and they came over to recruitment and admissions, and they worked day after day after day to help students get enrolled. And then we have a group of faculty who've stepped in our time of need, and they've helped in academic advising. They're still doing it now to help students get enrolled. So what we had is a combination of enrollment student services, and I mean the whole division. And we had faculty who were willing to step up and help when we needed it. And that's the way we've turned this, what would have been a disaster, completely around, where we now have a slight uptick in enrollment. Some of those enrollment and student services employees are here today, but others are not, because they are back in their office doing what they need to be doing right now, and that's enrolling more students. So I want to recognize the faculty who've assisted us in advising, the faculty who assisted in recruitment and admissions, and the enrollment and student services employees that can't be here today because they're working, but those that are here today. Would the faculty and everybody from enrollment student services stand so we can say thank you? Please. Increasing revenue, tuition and fees have a great impact on increasing revenue, but they're not the only impact. Private giving has always been important to the college, but it's more important than it's ever been. We simply have to substantially increase private giving to the college. We have completely reorganized the development office. Just recently, we hired Vaughn Allen as the new Chief Development Officer. Vaughn brings decades of successful fundraising experience where he raised millions of dollars from the private sector. I am confident that Vaughn is going to continue that success at Oklahoma City Community College. But there's another thing. For the past several years, President's Cabinet and I have been discussing more entrepreneurial ways, non-traditional ways that we might offer services and activities and charge for those, not students and faculty, but others. It is now time for us to implement some of those programs, and we will begin to do so. We are going to have to take control of our future. My friends and colleagues, we cannot wait for the political climate to change and for higher ed to be supported like it used to be. We cannot wait. We cannot use the lack of funding from the state legislature as a reason for stagnation. We can either make progress or we can make excuses, but we cannot do both at the same time. Together, we will create our own destiny, and together we will determine our fate and our future. Tomorrow will be a better day because we will make it so. I ask you to join me in embracing this vision, and I ask you to join me in always thinking about tomorrow. Thank you, and have a great year.